Hey everyone, welcome to your reformer workout. My name is Elise if you're new here. For your workout today, of course, need your reformer, and we're also going to be using our Pilates balls to have that one nice and close by. Now let's get our spring set for our warm-up. We're going to be coming into some single leg side lying footwork. So springs will be, first option is a red, blue and a yellow, or if you'd like to advance, go into two red, so two heavy springs. So red, blue, yellow, or two reds. Foot bars all the way up. Headrest is flat. I'm going to start by placing our ball on our headrest. I'm going to come into our sideline position on our right side. So just bring your head onto the ball, coming to that side lying position. Hips and shoulders are stacked, knees just tucked up onto the carriage in front of you. Just checking both of your hips are on the carriage, you're not hanging off the back of the carriage, you're nice and supported here. Now let's bring our left heel onto our foot bar, just the heel of that left foot. So the ball of the foot and the toes are hanging off. Your knee and your toes should be both tracking forward, so your foot is parallel to the floor. And now let's set our neutral spine. Bringing your left hand onto your left hip, and I want you to gently push that left hip towards your foot bar. You're going to feel a nice little lift of your underneath side waist away from the carriage. And that's going to make sure we're in our neutral spine. So hold that position. Now I'm going to take an inhale to prepare. And as you exhale, I want you to extend that left leg. Drive the carriage all the way out. Straighten out that left leg. And then inhale, bend the knee, control the carriage back in. But try not let it touch the stopper. Exhale, press away. Inhale to bend. I like to hold on to the shoulder pad in front of me with my right hand, but just find whatever feels good for you in this position. You just want to make sure your shoulders and your hips are both staying stacked. So imagine like you have a skewer going down from that top hip all the way down into the carriage, keeping the shoulders and hips nice and stacked so we're not rolling back here. If we do start to roll back, it's likely we're going to disengage our glutes. We don't want to do that. There's no cheating here. Beautiful. Now this is your first layer. Keep inhale to bend, exhale to press. We are going to add on our clam in 5. We're going to hold the carriage in 3, in 2, and 1. Pull the carriage in, but keep tension on the springs. Let's clam open, knee and toes turn to ceiling, then close it back down to parallel. Press all the way out. Bend the knee, clam that leg open, rotating toes and knee to the ceiling, but keep the hips stacked. You can imagine that skewer still going down through the hips to the carriage. The hips do not roll backward, just opening that knee and toes to the ceiling to the point where we can still keep those hips stacked, but really feel those glutes switching on. You should be feeling that left booty burning by now. You've got 10 more seconds in this combo, then we're just sticking with that clam. We'll hold tension on the carriage. We're going to hold it still in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the carriage. Still keep tension on those springs and keep going with that clam open and close. Are those hips still stacked? Keep rolling that left hip forward. Don't let it roll back. And is that underneath waist still lifted? Let's check in with that waist. You've got 5. Then we hold that knee open in 3, in 2, and 1. Keep that leg open, toes and knee to the ceiling. We press all the way out and we bring it all the way in. So we're going for our external press now. Out and control it in. Really resist those springs on the way in. Feel those glutes, hammies activating. That's it. 15 seconds here, team. We have our pulses to finish off this side coming up. That's it. Let's go for another 8. That's it, powering through that left heel. Let's check in with those hips. Make sure they're still stacked for 4, for 3, 2. Bring it halfway in. We hold it there, little tiny pulses out and in. Make them slow and controlled. Just for 5, 4, 3, 2, and all the way out for 1. Big stretch of that leg, then bring it in. Give that glute a little pound out if you need. Whew. Burning already. Alrighty, grab that ball from underneath your head. We're just going to roll onto our back and get into a bit of core before we do the other side. So coming to your supine position, now we're going to set up for some curl ups. We're going to start by having the ball in our right hand. I want you to open your arms out to the sides of the room. Palms are facing towards your foot bar. And we're going to draw in nice and deep through the core. We're going to bring our right leg to tabletop and then draw a little bit deeper, left leg to tabletop. So both shins are parallel to the ceiling and our knees are directly over our hips. Now we're going to hold them there, coming into our curl up. We're going to exhale, curl up. Pass the ball behind the knee, so pass it to the left hand as you curl. Then we lower down, open the arms. And again, exhale, curl up, pass the ball behind the knees, switching hands with the ball as you curl. That's it. Notice my knees are staying frozen over the hips. The knees do not move. So you really want to make sure you're getting those shoulder blades off the carriage as you curl so you can pass that ball easily behind the knees. It is a little challenge here to make sure you get nice and high into that curl up. Use that breath. Exhale, crunch, ribs slide down to meet the hips. That's it. Beautiful. Now you're welcome to stay here. This is your first layer, or we are going to add on a little coordination challenge today. In 5, I'm going to start to add a single leg extension. In 3, in 2, and 1. Next time you curl up, can you extend one leg long, pass the ball behind the bent knee, and then we fold it back in, we lower. Opposite leg extends, pass the ball behind the knee, and we lower. That's it, alternating which leg extends. And again, opposite leg is going to stay nice and still in tabletop. Make sure it's not drawing to chest as you curl up. No cheating here. Beautiful team. We have 10 more seconds. You can do it. We're going to finish with a static hold in our curl up. In 5, 4, 3, 2, crunch up and hold. Now keep the legs and that ball pass going. You're almost drawing a figure 8 with that ball as you bicycle those legs. Keep the chest lifted. That's it. Shoulder blades up off that carriage just for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hug those knees into chest. Have a gentle little rock from side to side. Well done, team. Hope the core is feeling nice and warm. Now we're going to turn ourselves over onto our left side now and get back into our footwork. So ball comes down to the headrest, resting your head onto that ball. Again, hips are both on the carriage, make sure they're not hanging off. Hips and shoulders are stacked. And let's bring this time our right heel onto the foot bar. So right heel comes to the very front of the foot bar, toes and ball of the foot are both hanging off. Setting our neutral spine, we're going to gently press that right hip towards the foot bar to feel that little lift of our underneath side waist away from the carriage. We hold that there. When you're ready, we exhale. Press that right leg long, pressing through the heel. Inhale, control it back in. Exhale, pressing through that hard part of our right heel. Inhale, bend. Again, that skewer is going down from that top hip all the way down into your carriage to make sure those hips are not moving, they're staying nice and stacked. That right hand on your hip should give you a bit of feedback on what those hips are doing as well. Beautiful. Keep pressing that right hip gently towards the foot bar to keep the waist lifted away from the carriage. And feel the back of that leg switching on straight away here. Squeeze that glute at the top. In 5, we'll add in that clam opening. In 3, in 2, bring that carriage in, hold the tension on those springs. Open the knee and toes to the ceiling, keeping the hips stacked. Close it back to parallel. Press all the way up. Bring it in, hold tension on the carriage, open the knee and toes, close it down and press. That's it. So again, watching the hip does not roll back as you come into that clam. They stay nice and still, pressing that right hip forward. If you feel it rolling back, just reduce the range. You open that knee and toes to the ceiling for that clam. Beautiful. You've got last 8, then we're just sticking with that clam only. There in 5, 4, 3, 2, hold the carriage still, keep tension on those springs, don't let it close. Keep that clam going, open and close, open and close. Keep those hips stacked. In 5, we keep that knee up. In 3, in 2, and 1, knee and toes to the ceiling, and we press all the way out and bring it in, coming to that external press, but keep those hips stacked. That's it. Shoulders and hips still stay stacked like we're lying up against a brick wall. Beautiful. You've got 15 seconds here. Little pulses to finish. Almost there, team. You can do it. We're lining up our springs after this. Little pulses coming up. In 5, 4, 3, 2. Bring it halfway in. We go for little tiny and slow pulses. Control them nice and slow. That's it. Here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and big press out for 1, and draw it in with control. That's it. Close the carriage, give that glute a little smack, and you can take the ball again. And let's come on up for a spring change. We're coming into some light lunge work now. So keep the ball with you, let's pop it to the side for a second. We're all gonna be coming onto one blue spring. So that's about half a spring, nice light spring, one blue spring. And we're gonna be standing onto the right side of our reformer. So grab your ball, come on up. Now we're standing on the floor next to our carriage. Nice and close to your carriage, we're gonna set up for our curtsy lunges. So setting our foot position, we're gonna find our Pilates V firstly with both of our feet. So make sure you're nice and close to your white rail. Heels are connected, toes are turning out in that V position. So your left toe should be turning towards your white rail, and we're gonna take our right foot, swing that one back and around, bringing the right foot into our shoulder post closest to us. So left foot still on the ground, toes turning towards the carriage. Let's bring our ball to chest, and let's square our hips to the wall in front of us. So both hips, if they had a headlight, they'd both be shining forward. Shoulders back and down, we're open to the chest, and let's come into our beautiful curtsy lunge. Start to lead with the right leg, press the carriage out and lunge down into your left knee, keeping left knee tracking over your middle toes. And then exhale, you're gonna rise back up, pressing through that left heel. Inhale, we lunge down, press that carriage out, right leg goes long, bend into the left. Exhale, press through the left heel, we rise up. That's it, we're keeping both hips facing forward as we work through our curtsy lunge. And we're on a nice light spring, so keep it nice and controlled. Core is lifted. Think like you're doing a really tight pair of jeans here. It's gonna help you keep your neutral spine, because as we lunge down, we're finding that beautiful ski slope shape with our body, like you're creating a long arrow shape from the crown of your head down to that right heel, hinging from those hips. Beautiful. Make sure we're not rounding forward from the shoulders. We're keeping our shoulders back. Now, if you'd like to challenge yourself more, each time you lunge down, can you press that ball forward, reaching the arms long, then exhale, you rise up, bring that ball back to chest. We lunge down, we reach the ball away from us, big reach, and then we exhale, rise, and pull that ball to chest. It's gonna challenge our balance and stability that little bit extra as you reach those arms. So if that's not for you, just keep the ball to chest, or you always have the option to ditch the ball completely and bring one hand down to the foot bar for support if you need. Beautiful. We're gonna add on one final layer. In 5, we'll hold our lunge, adding in a scooter. In 3, 2, 1, hold that next lunge. Keep the left leg still. You're gonna scooter your right knee in, pull the ball to chest, press the right leg long, press the arms long, then we come all the way back up through our lunge. Repeat, lunge down, we hold, we scooter that right knee in, keeping the left leg still, press it out, and we come all the way back up. So that left knee again should be staying aligned over those middle toes and staying nice and still as you work through that scooter. Beautiful. Let's go for 10 more seconds here. Good, we're gonna finish with just those scooters. Staying low in 5, in 4, 3, 2, hold your next lunge for 1. We keep the scooter going. Can we keep the press going? Left knee staying aligned over middle toes. That's it. Keep the core lifted. Go for another 10. Staying low. We get a quick little shake out after this. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Press it out slowly, coming on up. Give that leg a quick little shake out, a quick little reset, because we're not done with it just yet. We do have a little spicy superset coming up. So I want you now to turn away from your carriage. So you're facing away from the carriage this time. Your left foot again is going to stay on the floor, toes facing forward in front of you. You should be near the start of your carriage here. Now we're going to bring our right foot back into our shoulder pose. The toe should be in the shoulder pose, the heel is lifted. We're going to come into a single leg squat here. So carriage isn't going to move to begin. Ball to chest, shoulders back and down. We're coming to that single leg squat movement. The left leg, we inhale to bend through our left knee, sitting our hips back towards our heels. We exhale, press through the heel, rise up. Inhale, we squat down through that left leg. That right knee just follows. The right knee's not really doing anything just here. Just working into that left leg for our single leg squat. Keep the core lifted again, doing that tight pair of jeans, lifting the core as we squat. Beautiful. A little bit of a reset here. Now we're just keeping the ball to our chest to begin. It's just hanging out there, not doing too much just yet. A few layers to go in this series. As we progress, in 5, let's hold our squat. We're adding a skater. In 3, 2, 1, hold your squat, left leg stay still. Let's extend our right leg, keep the carriage out, bend the right knee, draw it back into a park, press up for that left heel, we rise up. Inhale, bend through left knee tracks over middle toes again. We extend the right leg, we bend the right knee, close the carriage, rise up. That's it, let's bring our attention to that left knee, staying aligned over our middle toes. Beautiful. Now we're going to turn this into our lateral lunge. In 5, we're going to stay low. In 3, in 2, and on the next one, I want you to come down, hold it down. Let's extend that right leg, keep the right leg long. Come all the way up, and then we bend all the way down. Right leg is staying still, so we're working into that lateral or our side lunge. Inhale down, exhale, press through that left heel to rise up. Beautiful. Now if you'd like to add on here, as you lunge, you sweep those arms out for a lateral raise, ball into one hand, pass the ball as you rise up. Opposite arm reach, and we pass. That's it. So both arms open out to that wide T position. Shoulders stay set down away from ears. Like you're sliding those shoulder blades into your back pocket. Really good job. That's it. Final 8 seconds here. We're going to finish with a round of skaters, and then that lower body gets a break, I promise. We're there for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it down. Bring that ball back to chest, freeze the left leg, and we just pump that right leg out and in. Sliding that carriage out and in. Left leg is not moving, left knee is over middle toes. That's it. Core is lifted. If you'd like more, we can add a rotate and punch with the ball. So ball's in our right hand. We skate, rotate, and punch. That's it. Getting some nice rotation through the waist. Keep that left knee still for your last 5, 4, 3, 2, and come on up for 1. Holy moly, give that leg a little shake out. How are we feeling? Righty, let's kneel down onto our carriage now to get into some single arm upper body work. So still facing the right side, we're just coming to a kneeling position. All right, we'll stay on our same blue light spring and get set up for some single arm rotated chest presses. So setting our posture to begin, we're gonna have a nice wide gap between our knees. So think your right knee is almost into your shoulder pose. You can be right up against your shoulder pose. I'm gonna be slightly away just to give myself a bit more room so the carriage doesn't touch the stopper when we start moving. And you're gonna grab onto your strap with your right hand that's closest to you or in front of you. If you're feeling good, we're gonna come up into a high kneel. Make sure those knees are nice and wide as you come into that high kneel position. If you're not feeling good here, stay in that low kneel. You can always use this series as well on your box, the seat on the box, if kneeling doesn't feel good for you. So pick your poison. Ball gonna come into the right hand. We're gonna reach our left arm nice and long. Both palms are facing down, elbows and hands are up in line with our shoulders. Shoulders relax back and down, tailbone is tucked if we're in that high kneel. Inhale, prepare. We're gonna exhale, rotate, press that ball towards your left hand. Inhale, bend. Exhale, rotate, press. Inhale, bend. That's it. I know it's quite a heavy spring to be on a half a spring here. You can always grab onto that long strap. We're focusing on a bit of power and strength here on our slightly heavier spring. So long strap is gonna be your easier option. Short strap's gonna feel a little bit heavier. Now notice both hips should be facing forward. So again, those headlights on our hips are shining forward. As we rotate the chest for this press, the hips do not rotate with us. They stay forward. The rotation comes from the waist up. Try not to let those arms drop. Keep them up in line with shoulders. We're just here for another 10. I know it's spicy. We're not here for long. That's it. We're turning this into our wood chopper. In 5, hold both arms long towards the foot bar. In 3, in 2, and 1. Press and hold. Ball comes into both hands. Stay in your high kneel. Arms stay long. We sweep the ball down past our right hip. We exhale, sweep the arms up to the ceiling. That's it. Inhale, arms sweep down a diagonal. Exhale, arms sweep up on a diagonal. Again, keep those shoulders relaxed down away from ears. Doing so well. Keep tucking that tailbone. Stay tall through the spine. Long strap's always there if you need it. I know it's starting to feel strong for those shoulders. Also working into our obliques for that lovely rotation. Really great exercise for our spinal mobility, our spinal health. That's it. Now, if you would like to add on, we can start to add a hip lower. As you bring those arms down, can you lower your hips? As you lift the arms, we lift up into a high kneel. It's going to add that little bit more of a dynamic movement. Probably also start to get the heart rate up here. Beautiful. We're going for another 10. That's it. We're going to find our high kneel and hold in 6, finishing with a round of shoulder presses. In 3, 2, 1. Can you meet me in your high kneel? We hold. Let's bend our elbows, bring our ball to chest. Exhale, extend the arms on that diagonal. Inhale, bend. Exhale, press. Keep those hips forward, rotating from the waist up only. Power through those shoulders, through the chest. I know it burns. Give me last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly bring it down. Whew, shoulders on fire. Give them a quick little roll. Pop that strap down for a moment. Just pop the ball off to the side for a moment. We have some upper back work coming up now. So we're all going to be straddling our carriage. So we're going to turn around and face towards our pulleys. Take a seat on your carriage to begin. Your feet are going to be on either side of your carriage. Now, if you're not comfortable straddling your carriage, you can also do this kneeling in a low or high kneel on your carriage. Just knees up into your shoulder posts. Now we're going to grab onto both of our short straps. Once you're ready, feet should be nice and wide on either side of your carriage. And let's bring ourselves up into a standing position. Now we're going to find our sumo position with our feet. So we're going to have our heels turning into the rails, toes turning out in that wide sumo stance. Now the further back you shuffle towards your foot bar with your feet, the stronger this is going to feel with the upper back. So shuffle back and you can always take a step forward to lighten it up as you go. We're just going to start with a squat and a narrow row here. So when you're ready, arms are long, shoulders roll back and down. We're going to squat down, press those knees over toes, and then draw those elbows back for 1 row. Reach them forward and rise back up. And again, squat down, hold your squat. 1 narrow row. Our palms should be facing in and press up. So 1 movement at a time, we squat, row, release, and stand. That's it. Think knees tracking over middle toes nice and wide as we come into that beautiful squat. And let's keep our chest up nice and proud. We're really trying to work our upper back here with that row. So think like you have a blueberry between your shoulder blades. You're trying to pop with your shoulder blades each time you draw those elbows back. That's it. Each time you rise up, I also want you to think about tucking the tailbone under, squeezing those glutes. Beautiful. We're going to go in this combo for 10. Then we're going to hold our squat. Keep the row going. That's it. We're there in 5. In 4, 3, 2, and let's hold that squat. Keep the row going. Again, if you want to make it heavier, take a little step back to your foot bar or take a step forward towards your pulleys to lighten it up. Squeezing the upper back. Now this is your first option here. If you'd like to progress with me, we're going to add in a single arm row. So starting with the left arm, draw the left elbow back, rotate to the left side, draw back through center. Right arm draws back, rotate back through center. That's it. Eye gaze follows the elbow as you rotate and pull. Beautiful. So just that single arm row. Whoo, she's spicy. Feeling nice and heavy, that blue spring now. Beautiful. Can we sink a little bit lower into that squat? You've got 10 seconds here. You can do it. I feel those quads burning. That's it. Give me last 5. We're going to draw both elbows back. In 3. In 2. Draw both elbows back for 1. Hold that row. Let's pulse those hips down and up. Squeeze that blueberry with those scapulars. 5, 4, 3, 2, rise up, release the carriage back in to the platform, pop the springs down, and then come back down onto your carriage. Well done, team. That is your straddle rowing done. We're going to get onto the other side now of our chest presses and wood choppers, kind of reversing through that little sequence we did on the other side. So turning around now to face the left side of your reformer, we're going to grab onto our ball. And let's get set for our rotated chest presses. So firstly, our knees should be both nice and wide, apart from each other. Left hand is going to grab onto the short strap that's in front of you. Ball comes into the left hand. Now you're welcome to stay in your low kneel, or you can come up into your high kneel with me to progress this one. We're going to reach Right arm nice and long, both palms are facing the ceiling, that left elbow starts bent, shoulders down away from ears, and tucking that tailbone. Engaging our core, and let's start to exhale. Rotate and press that ball towards your right hand. Inhale to bend. Exhale, rotate, press. Inhale to bend. That's it. Again, power and strength here. That blue spring should be feeling quite heavy. That's it. We're focusing on our power. If it is too strong, grab that long strap, and it's going to lighten up the load here. Let's keep those headlights on our hips, both facing forward. That's it. Breathing through it. Use that power through those shoulders and the chest. Doing so well. Let's keep those arms up in line with shoulders. We're just here for another 10. I know this one's spicy. We're not here for long. Turn it into our wood chopper in 5, in 4, 3, 2, reach and hold for 1. Both hands take the ball, arms stay long. We sweep them down past our left hip, then exhale, sweep it up to that top corner of the ceiling. Eye gaze follows. Inhale, sweep it down. Exhale, sweep it up. That's it. Keep those hips facing forward. Rotation comes from the waist up only. Think of your waist like a wet towel that you're wringing out with water for that beautiful rotation. That's it. How we're going to strengthen those obliques, the sides of our waist, which helps support our spine, help keep us upright, help with our posture. That's it. So good, team. Now you're welcome to stay here in this high kneel or your low kneel, or we can make it more dynamic. Next time you lower the arms, can we lower the hips down to heels? We lift the arms, lift the hips. That's it. Whew, that left shoulder should be burning. Righty, you've got 15 seconds to go here, team. Then we're finishing with that shoulder press. Almost there, then we'll get back into our leg work. Give the upper body a little break. Can you meet me in that high kneel hold in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold your high kneel. Hold that rotation. We bend the elbows, ball to chest. Exhale, extend the arms. Inhale, bend. Exhale, press. That's it. Power through here. Use that breath to help you on the exertion. Big exhale. That's it. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and come on down for 1. Park the carriage. Lower the hips. Well done, team. Let's just interlace our fingers behind our back. Take a little stretch of those shoulders, of the chest. Maybe take a little fold forward if that feels good. Beautiful. Give the shoulders a little roll back here. And then it's straight into our lunges on the other side now. So stepping off just in front of you. Should be on the left side of your carriage now. Getting set firstly for our curtsy lunges. So come nice and close to your white rails. We're going to find a Pilates V with our feet. So heels are connected, toes are turned out. Your right toe should be nice and close to your railing. Right foot stays on the floor. Let's swing our left foot back. Bring your left foot into your shoulder post closest to you. Ball comes to your chest in both hands. And let's square our hips forward. So again, those headlights on our hips are both facing forward. Coming into your curtsy lunge now. I'm going to start to extend the left leg, bending deep into your right knee. Think knee tracking over middle toes. Then exhale, press through that right heel. We rise up. And again, repeat. Inhale down, hinging from those hips. Find that long arrow shape from the crown of your head down to your left heel. Let's keep our shoulders back. Think proud chest or smiling collarbones. And that core is lifted. Like I have a really tight pair of jeans on. Beautiful. We're on that light spring here for our legs. Just working nice and slow, challenging our balance and stability. Beautiful. Now you can start to add on that extra challenge with the ball press. Next time you lunge, you press the ball long, reach those arms nice and long, and then draw it back to chest as you rise. That's it. Should feel the back of that left leg, or right leg, sorry, really switching on now. Glutes, hammies, all working. Lots of work for that posterior chain of our lower body today. That's it, nice. Now in 8, we're going to add in that final layer, adding in our scooter at the bottom. Let's hold low in 4, in 3, in 2, and 1. Hold it low. Freeze your right leg as you scoot that left knee in, bend the knee, extend the leg, and we come all the way up. Option to add that ball press with that scooter. Bend the knee, bend the elbows, extend the leg, extend the arms, and come all the way up. That's it, that right knee should not move an inch while you work through that scooter. It stays frozen in space. That's it. Watching that alignment again, knee tracking over middle toes. Doing so well. Final 12 seconds. We're finishing with just that scooter and press if we can. Always the option to ditch the ball, use a foot bar for support if you need. Can we sink a little bit lower into that lunge? Hold it low. We're there in 5, in 4, 3, 2, hold the next lunge down, freeze that right leg, just scootering that left knee in and out. Can we keep that ball press going? Can we sink a little bit lower into that right leg? Give me your last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it all the way up. Have a quick mini shakeout because we're not done with that leg just yet. Alrighty, turning away from your rails now, we're going to set up for our lateral lunges. So you're nice and close to the side of your carriage. Right toes are facing forward in front of you and bringing your left toes into your shoulder post. We're going to hold the ball to our chest again, keep the carriage still, coming into our single leg squat. So ready, inhale, we bend through our right knee, squatting down. Exhale, press through the heel, rise up. Inhale, sit that weight back into the heel. Exhale, rise. So try and keep the weight centered. Make sure you're not shifting too far over to that right side. Just going straight down, straight up. Beautiful. Carriage is not moving here yet. It's just that single leg squat motion. Inhale down, knee tracking forward over middle toes. Exhale, rise. Again, that ball's just staying in our chest to begin here. Tucking that tailbone at the top, squeezing the glutes. In 5, let's add on that single skater at the bottom. In 3, 2, hold it down, freeze that right leg. Let's skate the left leg out. Bring it in, park the carriage. We rise up. And again, squat down, hold that right knee still as you extend the left leg. Bend the left knee, rise up. That's it. 1 movement at a time. Beautiful, keep the core lifted here. That's it, think that tight pair of jeans are doing up. That tummy lifted, beautiful. Now in 6, stay low. We're gonna extend that left leg, get ready for our lateral lunges. In 3, 2, 1, extend that left leg, hold it long. We come all the way up, keeping that left leg long, and we lunge all the way down. So now we're keeping that carriage open, that left leg is staying straight, but we're still working through that same motion with that right knee for that single leg squat. But now it's become more of a lateral lunge. Beautiful. If you'd like to add on here with the arms, you can add that lateral raise. You lunge down, reach the arms out to a T, stand tall, pass the ball at the top. That's it, reach. Very graceful little movement like a ballerina as you reach those arms. Beautiful. Let's pay attention to where our body weight is. Make sure it's in the center still. Sitting straight down and back. Beautiful. Final 8 here. We stay low. Ready for our skaters to finish. Almost there. In 4. In 3. 2. Hold it down for 1. Freeze that right leg, ball to chest. And just that left leg pumps in and out. Bend and extend. That's it. Don't let that right leg move. It's staying still. Option, take the ball into your left hand here. As you extend the leg, can you punch that ball towards the foot bar? Beautiful. Rotate and press. Keep it controlled. Keep that right knee frozen. Your last 5, 4, 3, 2, and bring it up for 1. Well done, team. Give that glute a little shake out. Whew. Glutes, quads on fire. Alrighty, guys, we have a few more sequences to go. We're almost at the home stretch of class, almost there. So we're coming in to some single leg and strap and some mid-back core work to finish off our workout today. So springs are going to be either a blue spring or a blue and a yellow spring. So I recommend staying on just the blue spring if your blue spring is on the heavier side. If your blue spring is a little bit lighter, go onto the blue and a yellow. So that's what I'm going on to today. We're going to prop our headrest all the way up and let's lie ourselves down and get into our single leg and strap work. So just bring your head down onto the headrest, shoulders should be up against those shoulder posts. We're gonna pop the ball just on our tummy to begin and reaching back and to grab onto the left long strap. Press away from the foot bar with your right leg, and let's pop our left foot into the strap just over the arch, and then press that leg long on about a 45-degree angle away from you, tucking your right leg to tabletop. We're going to place the ball underneath that right knee, so squeezing down on that ball so it's not going to go anywhere, and keeping that right knee in tabletop. Now, it's making sure you're nice and centered and square on your carriage, you're not rotated or twisted anyway. And we're going to start with our single leg lift and lower with that left leg that is strapped up. So keeping it nice and long, you're just going to inhale, start to sweep that leg up to the ceiling, bring it over the hip, but keep the tailbone and hips planted down onto the carriage. And then exhale, drive down through the hamstring, press that leg back down towards the foot bar. Inhale, we lift it up, point the toes as you lift, then exhale, flex the foot as you lower. So we're on a bit of a lighter spring here, whether you're on the blue or the blue-yellow, for our single leg in strap work today, really focusing on our core and our pelvic stability here. So you can bring your hands onto the bony parts of your hips here. You just want to check in and make sure they're not moving in any way. The hips should be completely still as the leg lifts and as the leg lowers. That makes sure that our core is working to stabilize the pelvis and we're staying in our neutral spine. Beautiful. So you can keep your hands there or you can bring them back down by your side, whatever feels good. Now this is your first layer. Again, you're welcome to stay here or we will progress in 5, adding in a toe tap with that right leg. In 3, bit of a coordination challenge coming up, in 2, and 1. All right, next time you sweep the left leg up, can you hinge from the right hip and tap your toes down towards the spring, and then you switch, scissor the legs. So lift the right knee, lower the left leg. And as you lift the left leg, we toe tap the right, and then we switch. So one leg is lowering and one leg is lifting. That's really going to test that pelvic stability here. So again, maybe check in with those hips, keep drawing the ribs down. We're staying nice and strong here through our core. Again, think like you're doing up that really tight pair of jeans. Breathing, big exhale as you sweep that leg down, and inhale to lift that left leg. Beautiful. Let's just go here for about another 15 seconds. Just also starts with that left hamstring working as well. Just stay in that beautiful neutral spine, keeping the pelvis nice and still. Beautiful. That's it. Let's go for another 6. There's no holds or pulses here. You've got 4, 3, 2, and 1. Sweep that left leg down. Beautiful. Bring that right knee to tabletop. We're going to take that ball out now and place it between our ankles. So bending both knees. It's going to squeeze between the ankles. Your heels are going to be turned in, your toes turned out like we did in that sumo squat position. And let's just start by pressing our legs long on a 45-degree angle. So just above the foot bar. Again, find that neutral spine position. Arms come long by your side. Keep squeezing on the ball. We're coming into our froggy press. Inhale, you're going to bend your knees nice and wide over hips, and then exhale, press those legs long again. Keep squeezing in on that ball. Inhale, bend, exhale, press. Now you want to focus on keeping that ball in the midline of your body, so keep it in line with where your spine is. Don't let it rotate or twist to one side. Keep it nice and centered so those legs are working together. Again, really focusing on that pelvic and core stability here. Take it nice and slow. Start to feel those inner thighs, our adductors switching on here as well as we hold that ball in place. Now the lower you extend these legs towards the foot bar as you press those legs long, the more challenge for the core. If you'd like to make it a little bit easier, just extend those legs further up to the ceiling each time you press. So you pick your poison. Now we have one more layer to add on here. We're going to add a pulse on that ball. Next time you press those legs long, hold, squeeze the ankles into the ball, 1 pulse, and then bend. And press, pulse, bend, and press, and pulse. That's it. Keep that up. Keep those ribs soft. That's it. Start to feel those inner thighs really switching on as well, the back of the leg of that left side. Really nice. Working here for another 10. Keep that ball centered in your midline. We've got just those pulses coming up. In 5, hold those legs long. 3, 2, 1. Keep those legs long. Can we keep them nice and low? Little pulses here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take that ball out. Well done, team. You can bring that right foot down to the foot bar, unstrap that left leg. Now keep hold that left strap. We're going to come into our mid-back core work. So placing the ball now between your knees and then reaching back with your right hand. Let's grab onto our other short loop. Now you've got both short straps now in both of your hands. I'm going to reach them up to the ceiling, palms are facing towards your foot bar, and making sure the hands are in front of the shoulders, not behind here. So the carriage should be slightly open. Let's draw our legs to tabletop, draw into the core, lift those feet off the foot bar, shins parallel to the ceiling, and coming into our frontal pull down. Arms stay long. We exhale, sweep those hands down by our hips, like in a high five the carriage. Inhale, slowly lift them back up over the shoulders. Exhale, draw those arms down. Inhale, slowly control that lift. Keeping those hands in front of the shoulders at all times. So we're keeping tension on our spring or springs. Our ribs are staying soft down to hips. We're staying in our beautiful neutral spine and squeezing those knees in on the ball to activate those inner thighs. Now again, this is your first layer. Always welcome to stay here, team, or if you'd like to progress. Next time you sweep the arms down, can we add a crunch? So curl up, lift the shoulders. We lower the head and chest, lift the arms. Now again, we're on a slightly lighter weight for our spring or springs today. So really focusing on our form, lifting those shoulder blades up off the carriage, curling those ribs to hips as you crunch up. Slide them down. That's it. Reach those fingertips nice and long. Now your final layer here is going to be a double leg toe tap, similar to what we did in that single leg work. In 5, can we hold our arms down, hold that curl. In 3, in 2, and 1. Hold the arms down, hold that curl up. Hinge from the hips, tap those toes down towards the springs. Lift the knees back up over hips, and we lower. And again, repeat, curl up, hold. Make sure the hinge comes from those hips. We're not just dropping the toes, working through that hip hinge. Lovely. So those knees should stay at that 45-degree angle as you lower and tap, either down to the platform, down to the springs, whatever feels good for your body here. That's it, nice. Keep that neutral spine, core stay strong as you toe tap. That toe tap's not for you, leave it out, or you can always do it with the chest down. That's it, core should be burning if you're doing this right, team. You've got another 10, then we're gonna hold those arms down, just those toe taps to finish. Almost there, you've got 4. Holding up in 3, 2, and 1. Sweep those arms down, hold, just that toe tap down, exhale up, down, exhale up. If you need to lower the chest, please do so. Let's keep that core strong for another 5. Can we come up a little bit higher for 3, 2, and 1. Lower down, bring those feet down. Pop the left loop down only, and you take the ball out. Just bring it onto your tummy to rest while we get into our right strap. Alrighty, final bit of work here, then we get to stretch and cool down, team. So let's press away with that left leg this time. Popping the right foot into the strap, goes over the arch. Press that right leg long. Ball's gonna come behind that left knee and into tabletop. Beautiful. We're gonna start with the right leg long, find that neutral position with your core and spine, and our left leg is nice and long down to our foot bar. We're just starting with that lift all the way up, and exhale, sweep it down, lower. So again, we point to sweep it up, and we flex to lower down. That's it. Stay in our neutral spine, and making sure you're nice and square, you're not twisted or rotated on the carriage here. Again, you can check in with those hips. Make sure the hips are not moving as you work through this. Hips are staying still, tailbone is staying anchored down, focusing on our core and pelvic stability. Really nice. Now again, this is your first option. You can stay here if this feels better for you on this side, or we can start to add in that toe tap. So next time we lift that right leg, can we hinge from that left hip, lower the toes, tap towards the springs, and then we switch it back to that starting position. And again, lower and tap. That's it, drive it down and lift. Again, those hips should not be moving as you work through this. Keep that core drawing in, like into that really tight pair of jeans. Keep breathing. Exhale, sweep that right leg down. Inhale, lift that right leg. Remember, no holds and pulses here. You've got 10 more seconds. Focus on that pelvic and core stability. You're doing so well. That's it. We turn this into our froggy press in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drive that right leg down. My left and rights are so off today. Alrighty, we're gonna bring that ball now between both ankles, so bending both knees. Squeeze that ball between the ankles, and let's start with those legs long, reaching over the foot bar on that 45-degree angle, squeezing the ball. And we start to inhale, bend our knees nice and wide over hips. Exhale, press those legs long to that 45-degree angle. Remembering the lower we go with that press, the harder it is for the core. So pick your poison, extend those legs up a little bit higher to the ceiling to make this one a little bit nicer. We really want to focus on keeping that ball in the midline of our body, nice and centered in line with our spine. Those legs are working together, working those inner thighs. That's it, breathing through. Nice and slow on these lighter springs today. Alrighty, let's start to add in that pulse. Next time you press those legs long, 1 pulse in on the ball, squeezing to those inner thighs, and then bend. Press and pulse. That's it, let's keep our ribs down, nice and relaxed. Core stays strong. Starting to feel the shakes and the wobbles here, totally normal. See, we're almost there on the home stretch, team. We're gonna finish with just those pulses in 8. That's it, nice juicy pulses on that ball in 5, 4, 3, 2, press those legs long, hold them long, little pulses, squeezing in on that ball, pulse it in for 5, 4, 3, 2, and bend it in for 1. Take that ball out, bring that left foot down onto the foot bar, and let's unstrap that right knee. Well done, team. Alrighty, let's just open our arms out to the side and just give those knees a lovely little windscreen wiper from side to side. Feet about hip width apart on the foot bar. You keep dropping them over to one side and over to the other. A lovely stretch to that lower back through the core. Feels so good. All right, let's just do some supine stretches today. So staying on your back, just keep your left foot on the foot bar. And let's just cross our right knee over our right ankle over our left knee, and gently press that right knee away from you. Gosh, my left and right to my anatomy is all off today, goodness. Alrighty, just press that knee away from you. Feel a lovely stretch through the back of that right leg. Or if you'd like to increase the stretch, just grabbing on behind the left thigh. Try and keep the head and shoulders down here. Beautiful. Maybe take a little rock from side to side. That feels good. Now, if you haven't already, let's all grab on behind the left knee, so taking that foot off the foot bar, and let's just point the toes, reach them long to the ceiling, so that left leg is nice and long now, and just point and flex those toes. Working at your own pace, flex and point. Feel a nice stretch through the calf, through the ankle, and through the hammy of that left side. Beautiful. Maybe draw little circles with the ankle if that feels good as well. Going one direction, then go the other way. Let's see, just loosening up, stretching the ankle and calves. And then you can bring that left leg down. Other side, let's cross left ankle over right knee. Got it right that time. And press that left knee away from you. Again, just keep the head and chest down. To increase that stretch, you can grab on behind that right thigh, make it a little bit deeper. Let's just take nice deep breaths here while we're stretching in through the nose and out through the mouth. Let's see, keep pulling that left knee away. Keep pulling that right knee towards you, relaxing the shoulders. If you haven't already, let's grab on behind that right thigh. Let's reach that right leg long and let's just point and flex the toes. Point and flex that foot. Feel a nice stretch through the calf, through the hammy, through the ankle. It feels so good. You can draw little circles if that feels good again on this side. And other way. Really good. And you can bring that knee down, rest both feet onto your foot bar. And well done, team. That is your workout done. Thank you so much for joining me for your reformer workout today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please make sure to like this video if you enjoyed the workout, and I'd love to hear how you went, so please leave me a comment below. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you never miss a new workout when they're released. I'll see you next time. Bye.